This is the Core 3D column. I'm Big Bro. Today we're going to talk about the TPU auxiliary feeding system. This thing is quite useful for printing TPU, mainly to reduce your printing failure rate, and it can also make your surface more uniform, because TPU material is easily stretched. Once stretched and thinned, it's difficult to extrude. It's easy to get stuck, leading to many failed prints, especially for shoes, which take 3 to 4 days. This can be quite troublesome. But it's not just for printing TPU. Today, I'll cover this content in 3 parts. The first part is simple installation, how to install it, and its usage functions. The wiki does have this information, but I'll explain it in more detail. I'll also cover its usage methods together. In the second part, I'll explain. The issue is that each time you use it, you're required to replace the Teflon tubing, which is quite a hassle, particularly when I'm transporting it around frequently. The H series is more marked. So in the second part, I'll teach you how to use with 5-pipe filament hub. This way, you eliminate the need to replace the Teflon tubing, allowing for immediate use every time. Furthermore, the third installment will cover how to turn this into a system for a drying chambers feed and discharge. So this is divided into 3 phases of content, but before all that, I need to explain its working principle. We can see this position. It's an active button, and there's a magnet here. When the filament goes in, it pushes forward. When it hits it, it pauses when pushed. That's the simple principle. Let me demonstrate. I'll put the filament in here. Click feed. Then hold it with something here. When the filament hits it, you can see this part pushes forward. It approaches this position. It pauses. It's a simple principle. Let me explain the usage method. After we insert the filament, click feed and it feeds. Click again and it pauses. But when we feed, clicking this has no reaction. Only clicking feed pauses it. The second click pauses. Retracting is the same. Click again to retract. So this button currently has no function in normal use. For example, during printing, keep pressing it so this light stays on. Once it hits something, it will automatically pause. So don't worry about it. Just keep it pressed during printing. If you're not printing, click it once to stop. For retracting, remember to click retract only after the filament has broken off at the front. Okay, let's look at the print button. These grey ones and this white one must be printed. Let's set the print button aside and first disassemble this TPU auxiliary module. Actually, it's not just for TPU. See the accessories. 2 PTFE tubes, 1 screw. Okay, these are all the parts. Let's start with removing the support. The support is here. Let me first talk about its model. For this model, many parts don't need support. Look at its design. When drawing, there's an extra 0.2 here. No support needed, just print. This design is very good. And here are its support points. This is also a drawn support. This is great. Just remove it, no need to add extra support. And this part too. It's directly drawn in. This drawing is precise. Okay, let's start the installation. Let's take the switch first. Let's find the switches. There are 3 in total. Then take out this. These are the screws. There are 2 types of screws. A thin one, 2.6 by 8, and a 3 by 10. We'll use the thin ones first. And these 3, let's install these 3 first. The switch should face outwards. All of them. This socket, the plug should face outwards. Pay attention here. This way the plug faces outwards. This one also faces outwards. Then we take the 2.6 by 8, the thinner ones, you can see the size. Take 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we flip it over and press it. Okay? Find this bag of wires, a very obvious wire. Let's put this aside. This is an adapter. And this long one, we insert it into here. The long one goes into the separate one. The two short ones go around here. Here's a very important piece of information. These two buttons on the switch. Green on the left, red on the right. Otherwise, if plugged in incorrectly, the feeding and retracting will be reversed. Remember not to mix this up. Green on the left for these two switches. Green on the left, red on the right. Then find the motor. You can see this nozzle faces left. And this single head faces upwards. Place it like this. It should fit in. It's installed and snapped in like this. Then we take this smaller head into here. Insert it here and it will click in. Then we take this. With the raised part facing up, place it like this. You can hear the click, that's it. Then take the two thicker screws, M3 by 10. After tightening, let's take this circuit board. There's tape here, tear it off first. Then the direction of this wire faces outwards. Then the two thicker screws. Then this front wire plugs in here. And this other wire plugs into this position. Plug it in. On the side here. Once we've finished inserting it, we'll use the tips of two fingers to gently press it, ensuring it's properly seated. All these wires have designated slots, and we'll place them right into those slots. This white one, it's for light guiding. After installing the light guide, we install the light. Look, it's like this. Then just install the casing. And this opening. Align it with the PTFE tube inlet. This kind of opening. Align it, then screw in this BT screw. The small one, screw it in. Done. Remaining are two PTFE tubes, an adapter, a data cable, and a two-way connector. There are also two screws. Not all devices need these two screws. Some do. Check this when you get to it. Then we install the bracket. We need to remove this first. Insert this. Then it will click, then it's attached like this. Let's plug in the power cord first. Then place it on. Then to the fan at the back. This is a 6-pin connector, so we need the adapter. Plug in the adapter. Then plug in. Of course, we can also choose to plug it into the AMS. Then we take the PTFE tube provided by the manufacturer and plug it in here. That's it. The first time you use it, or each time you replace the PTFE tube, you need to perform a calibration. Press and hold both the forward and backward buttons for 10 seconds. The light will flash rapidly. Then select PLA or PETG and insert it. Wait until the light goes out, then click retract. After retracting the filament, we insert the TPU and click forward. When the TPU stops, don't turn off the forward button. Then, on the printer, select feed. This should do it. That's all for today. Thank you for your support.